So here we are on the bathing platform, the S78, and as you can see we're on the up-down platform, so hydraulic for launching your jet ski or your tender. This boat also has the integrated garage door, so the garage door lifts up and then your tender can slide in there. It will take up to 4.45 metres, or a Williams 445, should you like those. Entrance to the crew cabin is on the opposite side, so you have two opening sections. Crew cabin in there, you've got a twin cabin, separate shower installed in there. There's also entrance to your engine room, that's the main way through to it. Back end of the boat is really beautifully designed. We've got these lovely curvatures of teak, touching on with the painted surfaces, and then a really good chunky stainless steel. When you walk up here, it gives you a great purchase, but it just feels quality. Central staircase, integrated passer rail, and then the bottom step is where we hide all those power cables and other TV cables that you might need. So coming up onto the aft deck, you really get an appreciation of the size of it. This area is currently got no seating in it. The owner's chosen to do away with it, and I quite like it actually. It gives you lots of space, but you can have another seat. It's modular, same as on the other side, and gives you option to have a bit more choice. Staircase up to the Flybridge, nice design feature out the stainless steel handrails, nice teak steps, and then over to your eating area, outside eating area. Up down table, this actually unfolds as well as pivots in. Seats move in and out, and also the seat over there comes over, so it can be a really big C-shaped seating area. Integrated third helm station to give you a nice view up the side decks, and they are big wide side decks, obviously on either side up to that foredeck area. Coming into that view into your saloon now, equally good looking forward as it is out onto this amazing aft deck. So moving into the galley and dinette area, aft facing, so you really are involved with all those people on the aft deck. Big sub-zero fridge, as we have on all boats over 80 feet now. Freezer units underneath there. Should you want to, you've got a really nice integrated Miele wine cooler there. Dishwasher, oven, cooktop, and then all your appliances, all storage up forward. What's quite nice on here is it hides it all beautifully out of the way. Choice of stones or quartzes on this boat, and behind, up against the window, a few drop lockers under and some more above your head height. This boat also has the sliding partition, so you can give yourself a bit of break from the saloon area into the galley by sliding that across. Dinette, nice light airy dining room table, so it doesn't impact on this space. This is a fixed one, but you can have this so you can slide it right back out the way if need be. Coming up forward into the saloon, you really notice these big windows. They're actually curved, so they're curved in two directions. So you've got the curve down the side and curved lengthways. Big seats, really big. I mean, I'll take a seat on it just to give you an impression. I know I'm not a big chap, but you can really see the size of the windows and the whole area rim. Lovely style coffee table, slightly off-centre carpet to, again, reflect that styling we're going on the whole boat, whether it's on the aft deck or here in the saloon, as well as that lovely two-seater. TV behind that pops up should you want to, and then a nice wet bar under here which has a drinks fridge, a nice maker. Electric blinds drop down to give you the privacy at night, and then you come up into the helm and this rather nice seating area. So helm is integrated glass bridge, two screens, and then your engine instruments in front of you. Really good spot up here. Fully adjustable seats, armrests, pop out doors, so again you can gain access to the foredeck or the guy's back, and everything, once you've slid the chair forward, is within easy arm reach. Above me is the opening section, so as on all S and V boats, this whole roof slides back to let lots of fresh air and light into it. And on the opposite side, we have one of our key features of these boats is a nice seating area. And when you're sat here with your drop window, you've got this beautiful view back of the aft deck, the saloon. I really appreciate how big this boat is. So here we are in the master cabin of the S78. Really nicely designed cabin with lots of features. These beautiful integrated lights, these are touch sensitive, so you can dim them or turn them on and off just by touch. That nice feature bulkhead, and then what this client has gone for. This boat is an integrated storage unit, so plenty of drawers and cupboards, or you can have a settee over there should you want to. Back across obviously the full-size master bed, storage under there as well, so big pull-out drawers, and then moving aft, you go into your full beam ensuite. Lovely shower on the far side with a rain head on the top, coming back into his and her sinks. Wardrobe spaces, so you've got a lovely mirrored door, full height wardrobe there, and then on the outboard side you have a half height with drawer storage underneath that. And then moving forward, we have the vanity unit, so good storage either side, cupboards, your choice of chair, so that comes in a variety of options for you. Integrated nice little vanity mirror with knick-knack storage underneath there, and of course those Big Brother windows. You know, imagine we're not in Stonehouse Creek in Plymouth, but we're at your favourite anchorage. So waking up in the morning, electric blinds should you want to lift up, and then letting those big views come out. And then coming forward, we have a nice 40-inch TV integrated into this Macassar ebony satin finish unit, and then into your private foyer. So separate staircase coming down, washer, dry units there should you want to, or combined, plus plenty of more storage. And then, like I said, take it up your own staircase, and then we'll go and have a look at the forward accommodation. So coming down into the guest accommodation, and this really is their separate area. You know, the owner's got his own staircase down. Here we are in the 3 double cabins dedicated to guests. Starboard side, we have the queen cabin. Full-size double bed in here. You can have this as twins if you want to. Big knife window on the outside there to let the light in, and good headroom. You know, I'm not tall, but there's plenty of room above my head. We have obviously a wardrobe, vanity unit, TV in here, as well as, if I close this door, you've got a Jack and Jill door, so the day head becomes the ensuite to this cabin, should you want to. Shower, outboard, so again, that window passes all the way through. Moving on out, we go across the corridor into the twin cabin. This can have the option of a slide to over bunks, should you want to. This actually comes with just the standard fixed ones, but as you can see, I'm in the lowest part of the boat, but I've got plenty of head height above me. Big window, lots of storage. TV goes on the outside of the wardrobe, and then forward you have your ensuite, which has big windows, shower, everything you need. Going forward, more storage underneath here, so great space to pop those all the luggage that your guests bring with them. And up forward into the forward VIP. So this is your main guest cabin, as it were. Big windows, lots of views out onto the sea there. As always, overhead lockers, wardrobe, vanity units, lots of real nice lighting features, and of course your ensuite behind here. I hope you agree that the S78 is a really strong boat. You know, having that separate access to your guests area, having the nice private access to the master cabin to give you that privacy, really is a bonus, and hopefully sets us apart from the other boats. So here you find us on the Flybridge of the S78, outside Shed 10 here at Newport Street. So if you hear some background noise, that's because where the S78 and indeed the Y78 behind us are built. Now, as in one of our platform boats, the Y and the S really differ from the main deck upwards. On the Flybridge here, you can see the Y has a huge Flybridge behind us, but we don't really lose an awful lot on the S. We still have a fully integrated wet bar, which has the barbecue, sink. This boat's got an ice maker fitted here, and then the drop-in cool box behind us. Behind me, the stairs up from that huge aft deck, and then down onto the Ronda settee. Very different, not that integrated GRP seating we do on a lot of boats. This is a bit more styled, deep seating. And as you drop down, you get out of the wind, and it also creates a bit more privacy because you have the coamings raised up either side of you. And then moving forward, good size, nice beam on this boat, past the twin helm seats, or navigator seat and helm seat, forward to what I think is a really nicely designed helm. Twin navigation screens. This client has gone for a Zenta joystick control. It is a shaft boat, but you can still have that joystick control should you want to. Your thrusters here on the outside of the wheel, and just a nicely well designed, lots of nice design features. You've got the integrated lighting there behind the screen, and of course this will drop down into the helm to keep it protected from the weather. Hydraulic bimini, this pops up over the top. This can be manual or hydraulic. It's quite a big unit, so it's quite impressive when you see that come up and over. Looking up forward, we've got the forward deck seating. Nice sunbathing up there, nice wing lockers on either side. You can see underneath the teak, but a real nice place to be able to talk to your guests and then obviously back to you. Beside me here, you've got the day seats. So these can have infills underneath that pop out to turn them into nice day beds, get you out of the wind, and so you can have a good conversation with the person driving. And then behind me, you might be able to notice the keen-eyed Princess fans is where we actually started. That's the shed where the Project 31 was built. And you might have seen it at recent boat shows, our Charlotte, which we've restored to her former glory.
So here we are in the engine room of the Princess S78, and as you can see, for such a sleek performance cruiser, you've still got plenty of headroom down here on the lower deck and in the engineering space. I'm 5'11" and there's plenty to spare for headroom. On the port and starboard sides here are the 1900 variant V12 MAN diesel engines, and they deliver a great performance on the S78, anywhere between 36 and 39 knots depending on the level of specification you go for on this model. Underneath my feet here you've got the start batteries for the engines, which are easily to hand for checks and maintenance, and then just forward of there you have the sea cocks and sea strainers for the cooling water for the engines as well, which again are easy to get to for servicing and daily checking. On the forward bulkhead here you've got all of your electronic distribution behind these panel doors. DC on the starboard side, AC on the port side. Again, really great that you can get to them with ease down the centre line here in the engine room. Outboard of the engines, we've got 2 diesel fuel tanks, and they give a total fuel capacity of 6,000 litres. As we move aft, under the sole here, this tread plate moves up quite easily, and you've got access to even more sea cocks and strainers, which are servicing cooling for things like your optional Seakeeper stabiliser, your water maker, and your hydraulic systems running bow thruster, stern thruster, windlasses, etc. You've got a secondary access here up this ladder, so you can come down from the cockpit floor if you need to through quite a large hatch here. It's about 500mm across, which is great for when you're checking the engine room underway. It's a much safer way to get into the engine room when the boat's underway at sea. And it's really good for those refit periods when you're having a lot of maintenance done in the engine room and the boat's not in service with its owner or guests. As we move aft, here on the port side, just after the engine room, you can see right here you've got the garage. Mounted on the side of the garage housing here, you've got battery charger 2 and battery charger 1 to service all of your DC systems on board. On the forward bulkhead there's also an inverter, which we've included on the S78 model to support the audio system, so you have no interruptions when you're trying to play music on board, and it also helps to protect the equipment should you have any issues with shore power. On the centre line here behind the walkway between the engines we've got the optional gyro stabiliser, which is a Seakeeper 18 on this model, and it's fantastic when the boat's at anchor. It makes the boat a lot more comfortable should you have any residual swell and can't get to that perfect anchorage because it's too busy filled up with other boats for the day. We've put a little bench across the top here, which is great for placing your tools on, parts, and just general maintenance and servicing when those times come into play. And then as we move aft further down here on the starboard side, I've got the air conditioning system here just outboard of the walkway, and then underneath is all your domestic batteries which supply 24 DC throughout the boat for all of your house systems. Underneath the sole we've purposely put some access hatches in here which are conveniently located over everything you might need access to, things like the shaft seal, the inlet seacock for the aircon raw water, and the aircon sea strainer itself. I'm now passing through the engine room door, which connects the engine room to the crew cabin, and as you can see it's a really substantial door, watertight, great soundproofing between this compartment and the engine room, with a visual aid in the window here, so you can look in the engine room, make your checks, and if you don't need to go in for any reason, there's no need to. Over here on the starboard side, you've got a good sized galley for this compartment. You've got a great counter space here with a fridge underneath, and then above you've got the convection microwave with storage above as well. So plenty of facilities for the crew to make a meal, have a snack, whatever it is they need to do while they're down here. You've got a full height hanging locker here also, just after the galley space, with the AV system, should you choose to have it on this boat, mounted in the top there for easy operation for the crew. Inboard, you've got the 2 crew berths here. They're really good size, plenty of space between the 2, so there's not really a favoured bunk. They're both about the same. They've got independent reading lights as well, should one crew want to read a book in the evening and the other get some rest. And underneath the lower berth, you've also got 3 cubbies for storage, and another large storage locker after the berths before the transom door out onto the bathing platform as well. This particular owner's also gone for the 24-inch TV, which again just makes it a little bit more comfortable for the crew and gives them something to entertain them when they're down here resting after a long day out on the water. But my favourite thing about this crew area on the S78 is the size of the heads compartment. It's a really good size, fantastic headroom, just like here in the cabin. With a separate shower stall, so you can go in the shower and use the shower without getting the entire bathroom soaking wet, and then you've got a really good size vanity sink and head as well. So as we move aft from the bathroom and the berths here, you've got 3 really good sized steps up to the transom door, which pantographs open to the starboard side and leads you out onto the bathing platform of the S78. What's a really nice feature also with that door closed is this port light here. So on the inboard bulkhead you've got an opening port light to give you natural ventilation down here for the crew. So in summary, the Princess S78 is a really great option for anybody looking for a sleek and high performance cruiser with the ability to accommodate 2 crew members comfortably down here for extended cruising should you need that extra help and want to spend more time enjoying the boat.
The S78 really is all about that main deck. That main deck when it runs into a huge aft deck. The inside-outside living, the ability to have different areas where you can converse with your friends and family, get away, maybe read a book for a bit, but also have a great time partying. I hope you agree that it is a truly spectacular boat. If you'd like any more details on this boat, please get in contact with your local dealer and they'll be delighted to help you.